part of Museum on Main Street, a collaboration between the Smithsonian Institution and North Carolina Humanities Councils nationwide. Support for Museum on Main Street has been provided by the United States Congress.
Serving historic downtown Oxford, North Carolina and surrounding areas. Graphic design, branding and logo design packages, custom invitation design, screen printing, web design packages, and more. Wilkeson Creative Company's goal is to bring surrounding areas into the digital age of marketing and make local businesses thrive with our innovative design offerings. Visit wilkesoncreativeco.com for more information or call today at 919-693-4622 to see your business grow.
And good morning. Welcome to Just Shaggin' right here on Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com, and the Nextdoor Radio app. My name is Trey Stein. Hope you're having a beautiful day. It's time for Just Shaggin'. Play a little new, a little old, and everything in between right here on Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com, the Nextdoor Radio app. You ready? Here we go.
Break out. Break out. Break out, baby. Break out. Break out. Dusting off my old emotions, cleaning up my lonely suit. I'm breaking out the ice and a whiskey. I can see what this is leading up to. Something that I haven't done in so many years. I told my mind, don't make a fuss. I'm not that strong, Lord. I just break out the tears and hold back the fears, baby. Break out the tears, the ones I've been holding back for so many years. I think I'll just break out, baby. I can tell there are walls that need to be crumbled. Oh, I know. This is the time that I need to be humble. I'm afraid you're about to give me a love lesson I don't want, but I need. I told my mind, don't make a fuss. This time I feel it's easy and rusting out. Break out the tears and hold back the fears, baby. Break out the tears, the ones I've been holding back for so many years. I think that I'll just break out. 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 I told my mind, don't make a fuss. This time I feel it's easy and losing out. Break out the tears and hold back the fears, baby. Break out the tears. I don't wanna, but I think I'm gonna break right down and break out the tears and hold back the fears, baby. Break out the tears. I said I know a man ain't supposed to cry, but I'll just break. This time I feel that you're slipping away now. Oh, I'll just break, baby. Oh.
When you're feeling down and you don't know what to do, listen to the wind and hear the ocean blue. whispers to your soul like an old friend calling. Knows what you need to cure the boring. Something about the tide as it ebbs and flows. Follow its lead and see where it goes. No sense staying still, staring at four walls. When you cruise or you sail, waves can change your life. Is better on a boat. Worries fade when you choose to float. Life is better on a boat. Worries fade when you choose to float. Who needs a mansion, $1 billion home? The ocean offers more, you're free to roam. If a boat is your dream, make it come true. They come in all sizes, there's one just for you. When people see you smiling and your hair all a mess, they may ask where you've been, well no nonetheless. We're out on the sea, it's the best place to be. Some call it serenity, but it's home to me. Life is better on a boat, worries fade when you choose to float. Life is better on a boat, worries fade when you choose to float. Out on the sea, it's the best place to be. Some call it serenity, but it's home to me. Life is better on a boat, worries fade when you choose to float. Life is better on a boat, worries fade when you choose to float. Life is better on a boat, worries fade when you choose to float. Life is better on a boat, worries fade when you choose to float. Life is better on a boat, worries
baby, ramble, ding dong. Hey, yeah, you put the ooh, my, back into my smile, child. Hey, yeah, that is why you are my sugar daddy.
Yeah.
If I searched this whole wide world, I never find me a girl who loves me the way that you do. 'Cause you're my shabba-labba baby, ramble, ding dong. Hey, yeah, you put the back into my smile, child. Hey, yeah, that is why you are my sugar daddy. Now you're my shabba-labba, ramble, ding dong. Hey, yeah, you put the back into my smile, child. Oh, yeah, that is why you are my sugar daddy. And I love this love we share. It's stronger than the others, no one else can compare. It's stronger than the highest mountains or the deepest sea. And you're my shabba-labba baby, ramble, ding dong. Hey, yeah, you put the back into my smile, child. Oh, yeah, that is why you are my sugar daddy. And you're my shabba-labba baby, ramble, ding dong. Hey, yeah, you put back into my smile town. Whoa, yeah, that is why you are my sugar. And you're my lemon, baby, lemon, ding dong. Oh yeah, you put the back into the smile child. I wanna see that is why you are my sugar. Well, you're my lemon, baby. Sand and sun, we're all having fun, and everybody's down at the beach, listening to the waves crash up on the shore while the bikers tear it up on the streets. Now the Carolina girls walk by, and all the boys start to race. And if you never been to the boardwalk, baby, well, let me give you a taste. When the sun comes up on the water, I wanna see him. When the nightlife opens up, I'm gonna get free. Friday's coming up, gonna go off the deep end. 'Cause it's good to be in Carolina for the weekend. If you're going down to Myrtle, honey, take a ride on the Sky Wheel. And if you're gonna surf up to Wilmington, well, you better bring a rod and a reel. And if you go to Carolina Beach, don't forget to take your Jeep. And at Sunset Beach, a little kindred spirit's all you're gonna need. When the sun comes up on the water, I wanna see. When the nightlife opens up, I'm gonna get free. Friday's coming up, gonna go off the deep end. 'Cause it's good to be in Carolina for the weekend. Ocean Ave, that's a big old pier, and Myrtle Broadway's on the beach. And before you leave, come to Peach's Corner. If you're lucky, you can sit next to me. Now the sound of the Embers, Band of Oz, and the Tams is starting to mix up in the air. Grab an ice cold drink and pull up a chair. Let me take you there. When the sun comes up on the water, I wanna see him. When the nightlife opens up, I'm gonna get free. Oh, Friday's coming up, gonna go off the deep end. 'Cause it's good to be in Carolina for the weekend. I said it's good to be in Carolina for the weekend. Hey. I got a big fat mama she is so fat to me. Got a big fat mama and she is so fat to me. Yes, she is so fat, yes, she is so fat to me. She keeps me warm in the winter, cool in the summer, you see. She keeps me warm in the winter, cool in the summer, you see. Yes, she is so fat and I love her so, you see. I'm talking about my baby, you see. I'm talking about my baby, you see. Talking about my baby, you see. I'm talking about my baby, you see. I'm talking about my baby, you see. Talking about my baby, you see. I got a big fat mama, and she is so fat to me. I got a big fat mama, she is so fat to me. Yeah, she is so fat, yeah, she is so fat to me.
Hey, we made it easy for you here on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Next Door Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Next Door with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock, you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Next Door Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores.
It's time for the Granville County Chamber Minute on Next Door Radio. Brought to you by Lewis Electric, The Hub on Main, Huntsboro Hemp Company, LRJ Coaching and Business Solutions, and Plumpy's Deli. 'Tis the season of last-minute gift shopping. The Chamber has a list of local businesses who are active in supporting our community. Head to our website at granville-chamber.com to find them. Head into a storefront to buy a gift. Stop by a local restaurant and pick up a gift card. Walk in a tire shop and grab a gift card for an oil change. Buy your mom a gift card for a facial or manicure. Book a date night out. There are so many options and ways to support our local business community. They all appreciate it, and we do too. This has been the Granville County Chamber Minute on Next Door Radio, brought to you by Lewis Electric, The Hub on Main, Huntsboro Hemp Company, LRJ Coaching and Business Solutions, and Plumpy's Deli.
Teams are most productive when they are offered support from various aspects, including leaders in the organizations. Having the right access to required resources is a significant contributor to a team's success. More inspirational quotes from LRJ Coaching and Business Solutions, LLC at lindajordan.com. Make sure to follow them on social media today. That's LRJ Coaching and Business Solutions, LLC, www.lindajordan.com. Lewis Electric has been in business for over 53 years. It is a third-generation, family-owned business. Lewis Electric always strives to complete their projects on time. Will help any way possible with your budget. They work in a multitude of areas in the electrical field, focusing on commercial, industrial, municipalities, and more. Call them today so they can help you get your project completed on time and on budget. 919-693-6615. They're located in Oxford at 912 Williamsburg Street. Lewis Electric, Electric is your local electrician here for you.
This is the latest news headlines in 60 seconds with Alan Edwards.
An air raid alert was issued for all of Ukraine on Tuesday as officials warned Russia was bringing reserves to bolster its forces.
In a message posted to Telegram on Tuesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky wrote, "In this battle, we have one powerful and effective weapon, the hammer and sword of our spirit and consciousness."
State and military police were sent Tuesday to keep people off Buffalo's snow-choked roads, and officials kept counting fatalities 3 days after Western New York's deadliest storm in at least 2 generations. Southwest Airlines on Tuesday led U.S. airline cancellations again as the low-cost carrier struggled with harsh winter weather that grounded planes and left some workers unable to tend to jets. Serbs on Tuesday erected more roadblocks in northern Kosovo. That's the latest headlines in 60 seconds. I'm Alan Edwards.
Nextdoor Radio, your online next-door neighbor.
I remember Sadie Sue, Brenda Lou, Kathy Joe, Belinda too. How we danced to the beat of a brand new band. At the Savoy dance floor, we were hand in hand, dancing, having fun. Billy's Club Savoy. We sat and listened to Willie T. No other place that I'd rather be. Swayed to the music of the Fat Boy. We had our fun. Billy's Club Savoy. Savoy dance floor. Billy's Club Savoy. We were young and foolish, dancing with the town. Man, we got into some pretty bad jam. Love the rhythm of the Motown, with all the girls being the bebops. Well, Savoy, Billy's Club Savoy. Having a ball, just learning how to dance with any chick that would give us a chance. Stayed up half the night, getting up tight, getting out of sight on the Savoy dance floor. Having a ball, Billy's Club Savoy. We had our fun, Billy's Club Savoy. All the fun we had, Billy's Club Savoy.
And good morning, 11:25 here in the studios of Just Shaggin' and Next Door Radio. Give us a call, 919-618-9258, 919-618-9258. You just heard Billy's Club Sauvé out of 2. Again, right now, 42 degrees and sunny. Absolutely beautiful day here in downtown. Let's continue some great beach music here, right here on Just Shaggin'.
Let's have a little party, have a little party. Let's have a little party tonight. Ooh, ooh. It's Friday night, it's a good time to hang with some friends. Come on, y'all. I got a little extra change that I want to spend. Is that alright? And I want to be a pretty lady that I could dance with. That'll make my night. So if you feel like I feel, put your hand in mine. Let me take you on a spin. Don't stop moving. Keep on drinking. Take a bite of hand now. And turn around. Don't stop moving. Yeah. Keep on dancing. Get into your groove. Gonna put all my problems underneath these dancing shoes. Oh, 'cause there ain't no way I'm going home with the blues. Oh, see first, move to the left, then next, move to the right. Oh dear, then break it down tonight. So if you feel like I feel, then put your hands in mine. Baby, let me take you for a spin, yeah. Don't stop, no. Take a bite of hand now. Turn around. Don't stop. Keep on. Oh, yeah. Into your groove. Come on, yeah. Tell you what to do. All you gotta do, baby, let me see you break it down. It's Friday night, let's have a little fun. Yeah. Oh, baby, baby, do it, baby. Whoa. Come on. Don't stop. Just keep on drinking. Turn around. Come on. Don't stop. Just keep on dancing. Just keep on dancing. Just have a little fun. Let's have a little party. Friday night. Yeah. Do you two-step? And let me see you break it down. If I told you I love you, would you walk away? Well, I'm not trying to fool you. There's no playing games. You're tired of being alone, and oh, I feel the same. Maybe falling in love with the way you play. So I have to say that I really love you. Don't be afraid. I just want to know to stay with me. Oh yeah. Oh, I can take you away to places out this world. Well, all I need is a time and day to make your dreams for real. Take a chance on love, I'm gonna do the same. Two hearts of a kind, we're gonna have it made. So I have to say that I really love you. Don't be afraid, I just wanna know you're staying with me. So I have to say that I really love you. Don't be afraid, I just wanna know you're staying with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh, no, we're running away like you were before. Oh, no. Oh, your wildest dream is beyond the door. So I have to say that I really love you. Don't be afraid, I just wanna know. I have to say that I really love you. Don't be afraid, I just wanna know. Are you staying with me? Are you staying with me? I have to say I really love you. Stay with me, baby. Stay with me, baby. Stay with me, baby. Stay with me, baby. Won't you stay? Well, there you see it, all by yourself. Everybody's dancing, they cannot help themselves. The mood is much too strong, you can't hold out longer. So get up, don't fight it, no, you gotta feel it. Feel it. You better get on up and get that groove. You know what, baby? I like the way you move. Girl, you do your thing, like it ought to be alright. So don't fight it, girl. No, baby, you gotta feel it. Feel it. The way you jerk make you mine, oh girl. And after the dance, I wanna take you home, oh yeah. So don't fight it, girl. You got to feel it, feel it. I grow stronger any day now. Since you've been gone, it's so very hard to do. In the beginning, at the start, baby, it seemed so easy. Yeah, like the talk of a clock, girl, my heart beats steadily for you. It's true. I hear her voice calling my name, driving me insane. Oh, girl, can't sleep at night. I got to have her in my arms again. When she poured it out, she poured it on. And when she poured it on, girl, she poured it out. What I'm talking about. Now listen, she'll be around any day now. And I keep telling myself, there's a way out. 'Cause just as sure as the sun will shine, I know she's out there and she's waiting for me. Just as sure as she's on my mind, I know she'll be here. So clear, I hear her voice calling my name, driving me insane. Oh, girl, can't sleep at night. I got to have her in my arms again. She poured it out. She poured it on. And when she poured it on, girl, she poured it out. Yeah. When she poured it on, she poured it out. And when she poured it out, she really poured it on, y'all. So when she poured it on, that little girl done poured it out. And when she poured it out, really poured it on and 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 on. Yeah, yeah. She poured it out, y'all. And then she poured it on. Diamond doggone. So she poured it out, then poured it on, then poured it out, and then poured it on all day long. Make up your mind, baby. Messing with my heart. Is it love? Is it love, baby? Pouring it out now. Pouring it on now.
Hey everybody, this is Pat.
And this is Babs.
Hey, we thank you for tuning in to nextdoorradio.com And we got something we want to remind you about.
Yes, we hope you'll join us every Sunday at 2 o'clock at nextdoorradio.com for Dancing with My Baby with Pat Christie and Nana Babs.
Yeah, we are playing some of the best of Carolina Beach music and
some rhythm and blues.
There you go. So thank you and tune in.
Bye.
From scary to merry, the oh-so-fun Granville Haunt Farm is now set up as the Granville Christmas Farm. From now until the new year, you can experience this incredible drive-through Christmas light show. Visit their website for more information and tickets. You can head over to www.granvillechristmasfarm.com. Again, granvillechristmasfarm.com.
Next Door Radio, your online next door neighbor.
My baby, she left me last night, and this time I think she's gone for good. But I'll tell you right now, I've done the very best I could. She had me quitting drinking whiskey and wine. I haven't had a bit all year. So I got to thinking, it's time to catch up on my drinking. Well, I think I'll begin with some gin, do a couple shots of Jack and Jim. Might even pop open a bottle. Don't be young. Well, I know I'll soon be shedding a tear, but I just cracked open another beer. Yeah, I got to thinking, it's time to catch up on my drinking. Well, I'm probably gonna miss it, and it'll hurt like hell when I finally cool down. But right now what I'm thinking is, man, oh man, I sure gonna use another round. I said, hey, bartender, won't you come over here? I need one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. Yeah, I got to thinking, it's time to catch up on my drinking. I play it one time, hold it down. I'll pass the bottle over here. Well, I'm probably gonna miss it. It'll hurt like hell when I finally cool down. But right now what I'm thinking is, man, oh man, I sure gonna use another round. I said, hey, bartender, won't you come over here? I need one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. Yeah, I got to thinking, it's time to catch up on my drinking. Yeah, I got to thinking, it's time to catch up on my drinking. Oh, I got to thinking, it's time to catch up on my drinking. Let's go around. Come on, man. I'm back.
somebody that likes all the same things you do. Somebody who can make you or break you anytime they want to. I met her at a red light, love at first sight. Can this be true? Well, she's good for me, and she told me I was good for her too. I don't want to jump into anything. I've been trying to use some self-restraint. But man, it's amazing. She's the same kind of crazy as me. It's getting hard to use the ladder cause I keep climbing down just to kiss her. And if she's out of my sight for a minute or two, I start to miss her. We stay all tangled up in each other's arms, and it's so nice. She talks in her sleep, but she always gets my name right. If there's anything at all that's wrong with her, it's something I just can't see. Ain't no doubt about it, she's the same kind of crazy as me. Wild, wild night, chasing each other through the moonlight. My, I finally got something right. Cause every little offbeat move she makes just suits me to a T. There ain't no doubt about it, she's the same kind of crazy as me. Wow, wow, nights, we're chasing each other through the moonlight. My, I finally got something right. Cause every little offbeat move she makes just suits me to a T. There ain't no doubt about it, she's the same kind of crazy as me. You know what I'm saying? She's the same kind of crazy as me. Oh yeah. Got the rhythm in my soul. All I wanna do is dance. Got the rhythm in my soul. Rhythm, don't you know that I got the rhythm in my soul? All I wanna do is dance. Got the rhythm in my soul. Rhythm, rhythm. Was a jukebox at the corner cafe. We used to go down there every day. Put a nickel in the slot and play the song that were high. The kids loved to sing and sway. There was a Motown sound and the Memphis soul too. Songs that made us wanna move. Those days are frozen in time, but in the back of our minds, a feeling that we'll never lose. Don't you know that I got the rhythm in my soul? All I wanna do is dance. Got the rhythm in my soul. Rhythm, rhythm. When I turned 16, I went and bought me a car. It was a brand new used Chevrolet. Had an AM radio in the center so to hear all the tunes that the DJ would play. There was a Motown soul and the Memphis Soul too. Song that made us wanna move. Go to hear a live band, it was more than we could stand. A feeling that we never lose. Don't you know that I got the rhythm in my soul? All I wanna do is dance. Got the rhythm in my soul. Rhythm, rhythm. I had a band yesterday, it was live and it was loud, playing a song that we knew. Got as close as we could to get the feeling once again, and everybody there felt it too. It was a Motown sound and the Memphis Soul too. Song that made us want to move. In the middle of the crowd, we're all singing out loud. A feeling that we'll never lose. Don't you know that I got the rhythm in my soul? All I wanna do is dance to the rhythm. Yeah, got the rhythm in my soul. I can feel it. Can you feel it? I can feel the rhythm in my soul. All I wanna do is dance. Lay it down, lay it down. Got the rhythm in my soul. Let me feel it. Let me feel it. Oh yeah, got the rhythm in my soul. All I wanna do is dance. Got the rhythm in my soul. I've been a bad boy, now I wanna come back home. I've been a bad boy, now I wanna come back home. I admit that I was messing around, playing macho man and being cool. But all along you knew right from the start, she was just playing me for a fool. Now that the love affair is over, here I come running to you. Go ahead, girl, and punish me, 'cause I deserve to be hurt too. I've been a bad boy, now I wanna come back home. I've been a bad boy, now I wanna come back home. I don't know what came over me. Let my friends tell me what to do. But I swear it'll never happen again. Your love's too valuable to lose. I know it's hard to forgive me. I acted like a spoiled brat. Soon as the other woman left me, I had the nerve to come running back. I've been a bad boy, now I wanna come back home. I know I've done wrong, been a bad boy, now I wanna come back home, where I belong. I do the dishes, baby. I got to be punished. Come on, spank me, hook me, let me come back home. Break out the leather, baby. Spank me, hook me, let me come back home, where I belong. I was just so young, but I am a man now, baby. lot more mature. Now I know how to treat a lady. We've been together for so long, girl. Give me one more chance. Never again will I do wrong. Oh, I've been a bad boy, now I wanna come back home. Please let me in. I've been a bad boy, now you let me come back home. I'll never do it again. Spank me, whoop me, let me come back home. Break out the leather, baby. Spank me, whoop me, let me come back home. Hurt me if you want to. If you let me come back home, I do the dishes, baby. Please, honey, let me come back home. I'll take out the trash.
Little bad boy here on Just Shaggin' and Next Door Radio. Hope you're having a beautiful day. My name is Trace 9. Our phone number 919-618-9258. 919-618-9258. Coming up next, here's Darryl Wood and Sylvia John Ritchie. Days of Sandy Toes and Salty Kisses.
Back in the day, first time love on that Carolina shore. As we held hands, found the feelings we'd never felt before. Sucking at the sun, riding through the sand and the sea. As waves of love came crashing down on you and me. We're still chasing summertime, 1969. Days of sandy toes and salty kisses. When we hear the beach bands play, it takes us back to yesterday, to sandy toes, salty kisses. My love for you is stronger now than it's ever been before. Since young love was born way back then on that Carolina shore. So when we heard with this ring, it took us back today to two hearts sharing summer, dancing the night away. We're still chasing summertime, 1969. Days of sandy toes and salty kisses. So when we hear those beach bands play, it takes us back to yesterday. Those sandy toes, salty kisses. On those days of carefree bliss, days we sometimes reminisce. sandy toes, sandy toes, sandy toes, sandy toes, days of sandy toes, sandy toes, salty kisses.
Hey, this is Jim Quick. Join me on Next Door Radio every Sunday at 3 o'clock for the Swamp Soul Show, an eclectic blend of rhythm and blues, Americana, and neo soul. All brand new stuff, but it fits perfectly right here on the Carolina dance floor. Contact me, tell me what you think at jimquick@swampsoul.com or call me toll free at 1-877-JIM-QUICK. The Swamp Soul Show, Sundays at 3 o'clock on Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com.
3rd and 8 every single Monday live on Nextdoor Radio and nextdoorradio.com at 6 p.m. This is what you can expect from 3rd and 8.
I do.
What's the scores?
They're averaging 32 points a game.
Thank you.
Okay, that's
Thank you.
No,
That's what they.
No, I said a lot.
Thank
not
you.
A lot.
So eight points is the difference here. No, because 32 points would have still won this game because the defense didn't allow the other team to score points. All of a sudden, Magic Cat.
No, because Kirk Cousins just turning the ball
Don't talk about Kirk Cousins as if he's not a great quarterback.
He's not a great quarterback.
The man
he's
getting
an average to below average quarterback. He's a middle of the road quarterback. Yeah, that second sauce is good though.
Listen,
we're gonna lose Jason in a moment of silence.
If the sauce could speak and say, "Pick me or your wife," it'd be a tough choice, bro. Because I was in love with that sauce from the first sight, smell, and taste.
Hey, I told y'all it was good. I was, hey, you know,
and
I gotta try this. And I
got
hate
a great wife.
like that. Yeah.
I really do. She's beautiful. She's kind, but that sauce, man, I'm telling you, it's working in all the right
I ain't
ways.
seen nobody backpedal that fast since Deion Sanders.
I ain't backpedaling. I'm telling the truth.
3rd and 8 every single Monday at 6 p.m. on Nextdoor Radio and nextdoorradio.com.
This is the latest news headlines in 60 seconds with Alan Edwards.
An air raid alert was issued for all of Ukraine on Tuesday as officials warned Russia was bringing reserves to bolster its forces.
In a message posted to Telegram on Tuesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky wrote, "In this battle, we have one powerful and effective weapon, the hammer and sword of our spirit and consciousness."
State and military police were sent Tuesday to keep people off Buffalo's snow-choked roads, and officials kept counting fatalities 3 days after Western New York's deadliest storm in at least 2 generations. Southwest Airlines on Tuesday led U.S. airline cancellations again as the low-cost carrier struggled with harsh winter weather that grounded planes and left some workers unable to tend to jets. Serbs on Tuesday erected more roadblocks in northern Kosovo. That's the latest headlines in 60 seconds. I'm Alan Edwards.
And welcome to Just Shagging right here on a Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com, and the Nextdoor Radio app. Phone number 919-618-9258, 919-618-9258. Hey, are you ready for a change? Kitchell Job Corp Center provides free catering training that opens doors for low-income 16 to 24-year-olds. We can help you earn your high school diploma and learn the skills you need to level up your career. With our hands-on training in over 100 career areas, you will gain real work experience while being surrounded by a supportive community. The best part is completely free. All housing, meals, medical, and dental care, and training gear are supplied at no cost to you. We provide everything you need to confidently begin your career. What are you waiting for? Get started today by visiting jobcourts.com or call 800-733-JOBS or 252-438-9106. It's time to take your next step in your career journey. Your future is what you make it. Job Corps, career begins here. Right now, I ain't leaving Mississippi. Here is Jay Hammer.
Someone came up to me the other day and said, Hammer, they told me you had moved to Chicago. I said, what? Man, people always spread rumors. But let me spread the rumor. I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Now I was born in the desert, not too far from Clarksdale. I was raised up on hog, cornbread and turnip greens. I got my first piece of coochie in the middle of a cotton field. I had my bird corn whiskey straight from my granddad's field. And I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Mississippi got some big booty women in every corner of the state. They got some loving so good, you ain't gonna wanna wait. They specialize in big old hips and big old thighs. They can put something on you so good, a man can't help but to cry. And I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Some people say I'm stubborn, but I don't care. You can do what you wanna do, but I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Now you can travel all over the world and have a whole lot of thrill. But if you ever come looking for me, I'll be right down in these hills. I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Now Mississippi got some valleys so low, they got some hills so high. They got some places in the Delta you can hide from the FBI. Now Mississippi got some soul food that'll make you smile. You ain't never had no soul food until you had a Mississippi style. And I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Now if you're looking for some action, you can find it down in Jackson. If you want to play some hair, you can go right down to Clarksdale. If you want to party in a juke joint, just come on down to Fried Point. And if you want to have a ball, go to Greenwood, to any hole in the wall. And I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Oh yeah. Mississippi is my home. Oh yeah. Leave Mississippi, you might as well.
The very first time, girl, I laid eyes on you, there was a special feeling that came over me. And now that I'm a part of the song, I'm so glad you could take me along. Oh, Going through all the changes of a life spent with you, girl. The ins and ups and downs you're taking me through. At times I feel like running away. Then I realize that love is that way. You know I don't have to have much, girl, just to get me by. Sort of being part of you is all I really need. Other friends and girls will keep me inside and take me on your magical ride. Your love. You got me spinning
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby, I love you so. Yeah, and I never, pretty baby, I never let you go. Oh yeah, baby, when you were mine, yeah, don't leave me till enough time. Oh baby, yeah, when you see someone crying, you know something is wrong. I don't mind you partying, but baby, you stay out all night. Baby, I love you so, yeah. And I never, pretty baby, I never let you go. Oh yeah, baby, when you were mine, yeah. Don't leave me till enough time. Oh, baby, yeah. When you see someone crying, you know something is wrong. I don't mind you partying, but baby, you stay out all night long. Baby, I love you so, yeah. And I never, pretty baby, I'll never let you go. Listen, honey. Oh yeah, baby, when you were mine, yeah. Don't leave me till the end of time. Yeah.
Well, the smell of the baker from across the street got in my nose. We cannot let us down the street, y'all, with the wrought iron gate roads. I went home and listened to Jimmy Rogers on my lunch break. Bought 5 woodbines at the corner shop and went straight back to work. Sam was on the top, I was on the bottom with AP. We left the lemonade and Paris buns, and then we broke the tea. I collected from the lady, and I cleaned the family inside out. Playing saxophone on the weekends in this dive joint. What's my life? I'm happy cleaning windows. Take my time, I'll see you in my love rose. Don't let it slide, I'm a working man in my prime. Cleaning windows. Number 136, Jeanette. I could hear that Belly and Blind Lemon singing down there on the street where I was born. Sonny Terry, Donnie McGee, Muddy Waters, singing I'm a Rolling Stone. I went home and read my Christmas home praise up the phone scene. Curiosity killed the cat, Kerouac star my bones, and back on the road. What's my life? I'm happy cleaning windows. Take my time, I see you in my love rose, baby, baby. Now don't let it slide, I'm a working man in my prime, just cleaning windows. Can I say that again? What's my life? I'm happy cleaning windows, and I take my time. I'll see you in my love rose, honey. Now, don't let it slide. I'm a working man in my prime, cleaning windows. 242, step up to the plate, you late.
Obviously, we're at the beginning of something. I don't expect you to know where it's gonna go,
But I believe we might be on to something. And I just thought maybe you should know. I've been playing out a lot of hypotheticals in my mind. I've been writing your name down next to mine. Been imagining all the things you and I could do. I've seen all the possibilities in my dreams. You're alone when you should really be next to me. Baby, let's not wait and see. Immediate action isn't necessary. It's a fatal attraction, it's a little scary. But I got a plan of attack and I'll get us there someday soon. I know it. I got a plan A and I got a plan B. And if it's absolutely necessary, we'll go to plan C. Whatever I gotta do to be with you. I've been playing out a lot of hypotheticals in my mind. I've been writing your name down next to mine. Been imagining all the things you and I could do. I've seen all the possibilities in my dreams. You're alone when you should really be next to me. Baby, let's not wait and see. Nobody can see into the future. Even the weatherman gets caught in the rain sometimes. But I see something in you that I've never seen before. And I can't be sure, no, maybe not. But I think it's worth a shot. Hypothetically, yes. Theoretically, forever. We'll see what happens, but I hope we will never be apart. Hypothetically, yes. Theoretically, forever. We'll see what happens, but I hope we will never be apart. Oh, hypothetically, yes. Theoretically, forever. We'll see what happens, but I hope we will never be apart. Oh, hypothetically, yes. Theoretically, forever. We'll see what happens, but I hope we will never be apart. Playing out a lot of hypotheticals. I've been writing your name down next to mine. Oh, see all the possibilities. The possibilities. Oh, yeah. Let's not wait and see.
From the lake to the beach or just right next door, Deep Blue HVAC can make sure you're up and running today correctly. No excuse, no reason not to be prepared for every season. Give Charles with Deep Blue HVAC a call today at 919-725-1026. Whether it's hot or cold in your home, get that temperature gauge in the perfect zone. 919-725-1026 to contact Deep Blue HVAC.
It's time for the National Day Calendar, brought to you by Tim Bilbo with Keller Williams Platinum Realty Group.
Welcome to December 28th, 2022 in the National Day Calendar. Today we celebrate the art of bluffing and kicking your clunker to the curb.
Hey, do you like to get the party started? Do you want to make the holiday cheer last all year? Then just head over to nationaldaycalendar.com and pick up your own 2023 National Day printed calendar. It's filled with hundreds of reasons to celebrate every day. Get a jump start on the fun. Just go to nationaldaycalendar.com and pick up your own calendar. And if you enter promo code radio, you'll get 10% off.
The game of poker originated in Louisiana, and it is believed to be a derivative of the game of dominoes, which dates back a few thousand years. What's common to both games is the art of bluffing. Even the best poker players in the world only have a 5% advantage over other players, and thus bluffing is what makes the game more interesting. The earliest games like Texas Hold'em were played for gold nuggets, and while it's hard to calculate the winnings of those hands, the most lucrative tournament in modern times paid out a whopping $18.35 million. On National Card Playing Day, you may want to bone up on the skill of bluffing.
More charitable donations are made in December than in any other month. Yes, it's probably because people need a tax deduction, but it also comes at a time of the year when some folks need help the most. There is still time to make a difference by donating an old or unused vehicle during National Car Donation Month. Most charities make the process as simple as possible, and in some cases, the car doesn't even have to run. If you don't have a car to give away, you can still help by spreading the word on social media. And if your neighbor still doesn't get the hint, you can etch "Donate Me" in the dirt on the windshield of his old jalopy.
Marlo, are you ready to give up that old car?
Did you put "Donate Me"?
I did.
I have some people in my neighborhood I should go around and do that to. That'd be so funny. Why are you laughing, John?
Because it's funny.
I can't imagine taking a car that doesn't run. I've always thought about that and thought, why would they take a car that doesn't run?
Recycle the metal?
My neighbors have a 2022 really loud vehicle. I should write "Donate Me" on that.
There
right?
you go.
Hint, hint.
Or donut me.
Oh, there you go.
I'm Anna DeVere.
I'm Marlo Anderson.
Thanks for joining us as we celebrate every day.
See you tomorrow.
Looking to buy or sell and relocate to that perfect home? Call Tim Bilbo with Keller Williams Platinum Realty at 984-288-8930. Each Keller Williams office is independently owned and operated. Tim will work extremely hard to sell your home for the maximum profit and then to get the best deal possible for each and every client. Put your buying and selling needs in the hands of Tim Bilbo at Keller Williams Platinum Realty at 984-288-8930. Call Tim Bilbo with Keller Williams Platinum Realty at 984-288-8930.
Tapping doesn't count.
Spin that right around. Well, it's just another day out here in purgatory. And I'm sure that y'all don't want to hear the same old story. No, I'm here to set that record straight. Yes, I am. There's a revelation around the corner, baby. I just can't wait. You said you ain't never seen me quite like this. Here's the complication, honey. You can't just dismiss. I'm moving up the line. I'm moving. I'm gonna be just fine. Don't worry about it. It's all right. I don't know why I didn't see it many years ago. I must have fell under the spell of your dog and pony show. I'm gonna free myself of all them chains that bind. Leave this self-inflicted torture many miles behind. I heard it said before, all in love is free. If that's true, I guess I've got something to share. I'm moving up the line. Well, I'm moving. I'm gonna be just fine. I'm gonna be alright. Okay. Take your chance. All your friends who might have heard directly from the source. Suffice to say, it ain't the way the whole thing runs course. If you need to talk your trash to make yourself feel fine, I don't need your company, so mama, I don't mind. I've heard you say before, all the love is free. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy shit. I'm moving up the line. I'm moving. I'm gonna be fine. I'm moving up the line. Run around, I'm moving. I'm gonna be just fine. So bad.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Can we talk it over, baby? Can we take a little time? Just sit down and talk about it from your heart to mine. Lady, you seem restless, dear, worried and sad. Tell me what is on your mind. What could be so bad? Is it something I have said or something I have done? I just want for you to know you are my only one. So can we talk it over? Yeah, talk it over. Talk it over, girl. Take some time. Take a little time now. Sit down and talk about it. Your heart and mind. Girl, can we just sit down and talk it out? And you might understand that nothing makes me happier than being your man. I don't wanna lose you, girl, from this day on. I promise you can count on me for anything you want. So can we talk it over? Yeah, talk it over, girl. Take some time. Gotta take a little time now. Talk it over. Oh yeah, talk it over and talk about it. Your heart and mine. Can we just sit down and talk about what's on your mind? We can work it out. Take some time. Got to take a little time, girl. Oh yeah, talk it over and talk about it. Your heart and mine. Talk it over. Yeah. Take a little time. Don't worry, baby. Talk it over. I know it will be just fine.
Hey, let's just talk it over. That's Roger Smith right here on Just Shaggin' and Next Door Radio. Hope you're having a beautiful day. 49 degrees
absolutely beautiful here in downtown Oxford, which means sunny days are here. Here's Lisa Hudson.
I'm ready to get back. I'm ready to spread my wings and fly. I wanna go somewhere, somewhere where the good times never die. Where we end up is fine with me. As long as I'm with you, that's where I wanna be. Sunny days are here again. The sun shines brighter than it's ever been. The bluest skies that never seem to end. Sunny days are here again. We can chill by the ocean, take a ride through the mountains and breathe in the air, catch up with old friends, do whatever we want without a care. Where we end up is fine with me. As long as I'm with you, that's where I wanna be. Sunny days are here again. The sun shines brighter than it's ever been. The bluest skies that never seem to end. Sunny days are here again. Where we end up is fine with me. As long as I'm with you, that's where I wanna be. Sunny days are here again. The sun shines brighter than it's ever been. The bluest skies that never seem to end. Sunny days are here again. The sun shines brighter than it's ever been. The bluest skies that never seem to end. Sunny days are here again. Oh, those sunny days are here again. Sunny days are here again. Sunny days are here again. Oh, those sunny days.
They say I would make a mistake. Didn't they say you were gonna be trouble? People told me you were too much to take. I couldn't see it, didn't want to know. I let you in and you let me down. You messed me up and you turned my life around. Let me feeling I had nowhere to go. I was alone. How was I to know that you'd be there?
When I needed somebody, you were there. The only one could help me. I had a picture of you in my mind. Never knew it would be so wrong. Why did it take me so long just to find the good friend that was there all along? Believe after all we've been through, I'd be able to put my trust in you. Just to show you can forgive and forget. Looking back, I have no regrets, 'cause you were there when I needed somebody. You were there, the only one could help me. I had a picture of you in my mind. Never knew it would be so wrong. Why did it take me so long just to find the good friend that was there all along? You were there when I needed somebody. You were there, the only one could help me. I had a picture of you in my mind. Never knew it would be so wrong. Why did it take me so long just to find the good friend that was there all along? Had a picture of you in my mind. Never knew it would be so wrong. Why did it take me so long just to find the good friend that was there all along? And a picture of you in my mind.
Darling, there's one thing I know. Ain't no matter where I go, you're always in my heart, on my mind. Look what heaven sent to me. Darling, we were meant to be. And I love just only you until the end of time. Take me down to Shagland. Take me down to paradise. Darling, lead me by the hand. Take me down to Shagland. I thank my lucky stars above. We could share this dance of love. You'll always be the one that I adore. These moments mean so much to me. Oh, darling, hold me tenderly. You're my love, my light, my life, now and forever. Oh, take me down to Shagland. Take me down to paradise. Darling, lead me by the hand. Take me down to Shagland. Whoa, 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 come on and kiss me, baby. You know I miss you, baby. Take me down to Shagland. Take me down to paradise. Darling, lead me by the hand. Take me down to Shagland. Take me down to Shagland. Take me down to paradise. Darling, lead me by the hand. Take me down to Shagland.
You're tuned in to Just Shaggin'. My name is Trey Stott here until 1 o'clock. Hope you're having a great day. We are located here in 109 Hillsborough Street in downtown beautiful Oxford. Our phone number 919-618-9258, 919-618-9258. Shoot us an email, contact@nextdoorradio.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More great beach music for you, a little new, a little old, and everything in between. But just great shaggin' music right here on Just Shaggin'.
Looking for a professional medical provider with years of experience that are compassionate and care about you with a goal of building a healthier you? Then Carr Area Rural Medical Alliance is the place you're looking for. They are located at 425 South Chestnut Street in Henderson, North Carolina. Give them a call today at 252-598-1059. Again, that number is 252-598-1059.
Serving historic downtown Oxford and surrounding areas, graphic design, branding and logo design packages, custom invitation design, screen printing, web design packages, and more. Wilkinson Creative Company's goal is to bring surrounding areas into the digital age of marketing and make local businesses thrive with our innovative design offerings. Visit wilkinsoncreativeco.com for more information and call today at 919-693-4622 to see your business grow.
The Hub on Main, located at 100 Main Street in Oxford, has something for everyone. Make sure to follow the Hub on Main on Facebook for upcoming events such as Bigfoot Barbecue on the second Thursday of every month, Sushi Night, and more. Beer and wine monthly memberships are available. 2022 marks 5 years in downtown community of Oxford. Stay tuned for updates on their celebration as well. That is something you won't want to miss. The Hub on Main is located at 100 Main Street in downtown Oxford. Follow on Facebook and head over to their website at www.thehubonmain.com. You're tuned in to Next Door Radio on nextdoorradio.com. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of your family. Enjoy a great mix of 70s, 80s, classic rock, and some beach music right here on Next Door Radio. Also, all you have to do, say, Alexa, enable nextdoorradio.com.
Dry, sun in my face and it keeps me alive. Ocean dry, I'm headed out for some good time. Oh, it's getting tough working 9 to 5. Come on, honey, let's get out of this town. We're headed down to the ocean side. I got a new boss and his name is Old Man Time. Come on, baby, I don't need no alibi. Ocean drive, headed to the beach just to have a good time. Ocean drive, sitting around is just a waste of time. Waste of time. I'm gonna be right by your side, you and me kissing in the tide.
gathering shells down by the sea. I'm happy here because you're here with me. Come on, baby, I'll keep you right here by my side. I've got Ocean Drive. We're coming in with the evening time. Ocean Drive, you're touching me, baby, deep inside. Is it for real? The way I feel, slow waves breaking at your side. I've got Ocean Drive. We're coming in with the evening time. Ocean Drive, you're touching me, baby, deep inside. Is it for real? The way I feel, slow waves breaking at your side. I've got Ocean Drive. I'm holding you in the evening time. Hey, hey, my heart is crying, Lord, teardrops. My petals never dry, Lord, teardrops. Come home. Just say you will, say you will, say you will. Hey, hey, say you will. My heart is crying, Lord, teardrops. My petals never dry, Lord, teardrops. Just say you will, say you will, say you will. Hey, just give me a second chance for our romance. Come on and tell me that one day you'll return. 'Cause every day that you've been gone away, you know my heart does nothing but burn, crying. Lord, teardrops. My petals never dry. Lord, teardrops. Come home. Just say you will, say you will, say you will. Hey, hey, don't forget to say you will. Come on. Don't forget to say you will. Come on. Don't forget to say you will. There goes my baby, moving on down the line. Yeah. Come on. But don't forget to say you will. Come on. Don't forget to say you will. Come on. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop. Now, baby, maybe I look like a fool, standing before you trying to figure out what you do to me. Just to see you, just to hear you speak my name, it makes me feel so weak that I can hardly stand what you do to me. Now what you do to me feels like poetry. If I only knew what you do to me. Now, baby, I'm used to being in command, knowing just where I stand, but that was long before you got through to me. Now come on, baby, I'm begging, don't let me go down in flames. I'm begging, said now don't be playing games, cause I can't live without what you do to me. Now what you do to me feels like poetry. If I only knew what you do to me, what you do to me, now what you do to me, what you do to me, it's so heavenly, it's so heavenly. What you do to you, what you do to me. Oh, won't you keep on holding me, keep on kissing me, keep on driving me wild, keep on touching me, and my mercury keeps on climbing way up to the sky. What you do to me feels like poetry. If I only knew what you do to me. Now what you do, now what you do to me, it's so heavenly. I wish I could do to you what you do to me. What you do to me, baby, do to me feels like poetry. If I only knew what you do to me, what you do to me, what you do to me, what you do is so heavenly, it's so heavenly. What you do to you, what you do to me. If I only knew what you do to me.
Hey, we made it easy for you here on Nextdoor Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Nextdoor Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Nextdoor with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock, you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Nextdoor Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores. Sponsored by Little Caesars, located in Granville Corners in Oxford, North Carolina, home of the hot and ready pizza. We are under new ownership and black owned. Get a free Crazy Bread with the purchase of 2 pizzas Monday through Wednesday. Mention offer code #CrazyBreadSpecial. Call us at 919-514-1450. #CrazyBreadSpecial. Call us 919-514-1450.
It's time for the Tailgate Store Show.
Throws it up, gives it over to the big man in Russell. Outside now. They're going to swing it left or right. Lose the basketball for just a moment. Gets it inside of Bridges. He puts it up, and it's good. And he picks it up. Gives it over to Woodall. He wants the three. It's good. 65-59, 1 minute to go. Woodall with the biggest three of the night. Rogers throws it up, and he finds a lane, and it's good. Elijah Rogers, impressive ball player, 3:01 to go. Rodwell decides, you know what? I can do it as well. Puts it up and lays it in for 2.
Heading into the conference play, we're back full strength, and we're
excited. We had some players to really step up in that Southern Durham game in the absence of Rivers Knight and Walker Woodall, who are big-time contributors for our team. You know, Derrick Ross Jr. stepped up. He had 19. And then R.J. Bridges has been playing out of this world, man. And the biggest success that I saw was Charlie Russell. Man, Charlie Russell is a 6'9" kid who has only been playing basketball 2 years. And he was able to contribute in a major way against Southern Durham with 12 points and 8 rebounds, man. And that really kind of pushed us, over the edge and helped us win that game.
It is 49 degrees here in Granville County in downtown beautiful Oxford. My name is Trey Stein. You're tuned in to the Tailgate Sports Show. It is Wednesday, which means my good friend Brandon White, who, by the way, is in the studio here today. What's up, dude? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Trey. I was in the area. Figured I'd swing by for a few minutes.
Well, I appreciate you. Hope you had a good holiday, Christmas. I know you're here back in town visiting your parents for the holidays, right?
My mom. She's up here with her boyfriend.
Okay.
They live up at Carr Lake. Been there for about a year now.
Okay.
I'm adjusting to the quiet, serene atmosphere of Carr Lake. You know, during the winter months. Anyway, obviously it's not quiet and serene during the summer, but it's an acquired taste, especially for someone who grew up in the city like me. But I'm getting adjusted to it. It's a good location.
Because you are currently living with NASCAR. Where are you at? Right
Concord.
That's
Yeah,
what
right in the heart of Concord Mills.
I mean, so that's a little bit less crowded here than it is over there.
Yeah, I mean, there's always traffic at Concord Mills because the mall's always busy.
Well, so we had an adventurous kind of day this past weekend.
We did.
On Saturday, which I will be the first to say that Saturday football is fantastic.
It is.
That NFL Saturday football is awesome. I got to watch it from 1 o'clock all the way up until later on that evening, which was fantastic to me. So one of the things was the Carolina Panthers played up against a team in Detroit, which we thought was going to run all over. I mean, they were playing much better, a 7-7 program coming into it. We didn't think, seeing what we saw out of Pittsburgh, both of us picked the Lions, which
we did.
I guess we should start picking the other team moving forward. We're going to do our predictions here later on in this program. But you look at it, the Lions really couldn't do much against the Carolina Panthers.
Well, I mean, we kind of figured run defense was going to be a bit of a weakness for the Lions, but still, I mean, the offense was so high-powered. I mean, Goff and everybody was firing on all cylinders. I mean, I did not think the Panthers would be able to stop that, but not only did they stop the Lions offense, they pretty much throat punched the Lions defense right into the ground. I mean, right from the opening snap on offense, I think it was Hubbard that got the start on Sunday, and he broke off 2 big runs. I thought to myself, might be in for a pretty big day, because I remember what the theme with our team is. If we get the run game going, we usually 9 times out of 10 we are winning that game. And sure enough, that's what we did. I mean, Hubbard and Foreman, they had 2 huge games on Sunday. Foreman was NFC Player of the Week this week for 165 yards and a touchdown. And Hubbard, I mean, he was worthy of that too. I think he finished with 125 yards on the ground. So, I mean, the Panthers' rushing attack has to be one of the best in the entire NFL. For a team that was determined to establish the run when Matt Rule was there, they found that, and it mostly works for him. I mean, we have 2 really solid backs.
It's weird to say you're getting rid of one of the best, really, all-time running backs in Christian McCaffrey. And the reason why I say that, because of his ability to catch the ball in space. And so you look at it as, now we have Devontae Foreman and we have Chuba Hubbard. Both, you mentioned 165, 125 on the ground, respectively, which also, first time in NFL history that a team has had more than 200 rushing yards, or 230.
Which is fantastic. Half. And the thing you mentioned, McCaffrey, he's over in San Francisco balling out himself. I mean, the 49ers have not lost a game since he arrived. What's going on, Trey? Honestly.
Well, you look at it, I mean, hey, it bodes well. Brown was on Monday night, or the Good Morning Football here this morning. He mentioned, hey, I will speak for the entire locker room. We want Wilkes back as head coach. That bodes well. For one, Shaq Thompson came out here and came out and says, we needed somebody a little bit more better.
Yeah, basically said Matt Rule lost the locker room without actually saying Matt Rule lost the locker room. You and I both saw immediately when Wilkes came in, they looked different. Obviously, that Rams loss when he first came in, that was the last game McCaffrey played for us. It wasn't a good game in any facet. But after that, much better football. We've had some low points. I mean, the Bengals rolled all over us in November, and the Ravens, I mean, we couldn't get anything going against the Ravens. And, common theme there was that we couldn't get the run game going. So obviously we struggled. But through that time, I mean, I think we got to talk about quarterback play too. I mean, PJ Walker, when he first came in, he played really good football for us. I mean, I still hate that moment in the Atlanta game was taken away from him for two different reasons, but that's a whole nother discussion. I mean, we found out he can sling that ball down the field as far as he wants to. But when Walker went down and we released Mayfield, in comes Sam Darnold, who you and I had absolutely no confidence in. And Darnold is a game manager. He doesn't turn the ball over, and he can actually sling the ball pretty far down the field, and he's pretty accurate doing that too. I mean, there were a couple times in that game on Sunday where he heaved the ball down the field, and it was perfect. It was a dime to DJ Moore. So that's another thing. I guess Matt Rule was in a way he was holding back on the Panthers. I mean, Darnold has gone from someone who like one of the worst quarterbacks in the league to someone who is serviceable.
Yeah,
he can get the job done.
He deserves another year. I mean,
yeah,
you're looking at possibly at least another 1 year deal, but a 2 year deal coming until the quarterback they draft coming up will be ready. Okay, we do have the quarterback that we drafted last year from
Matt Corral.
Yeah, I mean, so he's here.
He's
hurt. So he'll be eligible to return here next year. So we don't know what's going to happen. But Willis came out and said, if I'm retained as head coach, we're going to go look to get a quarterback that fits what we need.
And maybe Matt Corral does fit what they need. Maybe Sam Darnold or PJ Walker fits what they need there. I mean, obviously there are much better quarterbacks out there, but particularly with the way Darnold's performing right now, depending on how these last two games turn out, I wouldn't mind having him back next year. I believe Darnold's a free agent, but I mean, this is good football he's playing right now. There's a couple big tests coming up over these next couple weeks. I mean, regardless of how our playoff picture looks, that will really determine whether or not Darnold needs to be a part of this offense. But I've been telling a lot of people, let Wilkes build the roster he wants, and the Panthers could be like the Buffalo Bills. McDermott was had control over his roster, and the Bills are probably going to be a Super Bowl contender again this year, Trey. I mean, they have the roster to do it, and that's because the ownership doesn't interfere too much with the players. I mean, McDermott can do what he do, so just follow that example. I mean, we copied just about everything else from Buffalo. So
No, they probably it from us.
Oh yeah, that's right, reverse.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
This Tailgate Sports Show here on Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com, the Nextdoor Radio app, phone number 919-618-9258. Give us a call if you want to give up on the Carolina Panthers or any other NFL program here this week. Based on where we stand right now as a Carolina Panthers fan, of course, Panthers are 6-9. Are they a great team? No, by any means. But this division is terrible.
It is.
So the best team currently is all four teams besides the Atlanta Falcons. So we'll go 3 teams.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans, and then there's Atlanta, who's now officially eliminated from the playoffs. But New Orleans, Carolina, and Tampa Bay are still fighting for a playoff spot, which is hard to believe because both they're sitting at 6-9, Tampa Bay at 7. But if Carolina beats Tampa Bay this week, that means potentially we win the division, what do you think about that game?
Well, I mean, I personally find it really hard to believe we're at this point, Trey. When Matt Rule got fired, I thought this was going to be a lost season, that we were going to have to be subjected to absolutely horrendous football. But here we are. We found guys who have stepped up. I mean, I can name them. Derek Brown, Deontay Foreman, Chuba, Sam Darnold. I mean, Terrace Marshall, he stepped up in a big way. He's made some spectacular catches over these past few weeks, including one where he essentially caught between his legs in the Seahawks game. And on defense, like I said, Derek Brown, I mean, Brian Burns, J.C. Horn, hope for a speedy recovery from J.C. there. We've got playmakers, Trey. I mean, Frankie Lou, we got to throw him in there. Yeah. He's been a huge revelation at the linebacker position. So there are guys who can be a part of a core that we can build for years to come. Obviously, there's going to have to be some shakeups here. There's going to be guys that will not be a part of this team next year who have been here for a while. I mean, I'm thinking maybe Shaq Thompson, Dante Jackson, who have played modest football for us while they've been here. I don't know if they're going to be a part of what rebuild's coming because Because I mean, he's been around for a while. He's getting older.
Mm-hmm.
I like Shaq. I'd like him to be here. Same thing with Dante. But he's coming off.
Said he wants to be here.
He wants to be here. Then you have Dante, who's coming off a torn Achilles. But they've been playmakers for us, and they've been leaders. This is just a really good group of guys we have, and it's kind of a special season in that way because this should have been nothing, but it's something. And if everything goes right for us these next couple of weeks, we're going to be playoff bound, and we're going to have a home playoff game too, with possibly like a 8-9 record.
That's silly. Let's be honest. As much as we are Carolina Panthers fans, that's silly.
It is. But hey, we're not complaining.
Yeah, exactly right. Again, Tailgate Sports Show here on Next Door Radio. Trace and I, Brandon White, who's in the studio here today. Excited about that. And kind of goes into our next point about the Carolina Panthers. If they don't make the playoffs, again, they have to win their next 2 games, Tampa Bay and then New Orleans, which is 2 conference teams or 2 divisional.
And 2 road games, too.
So if they don't, we'll do the what if situation here. If they don't win the division, and we both said Sam Darnold deserves at least another year under Wilk's system to see, because he's the only starting quarterback in the NFL right now that has not thrown an interception. So let's go ahead and that's another record.
Yeah. Obviously smaller sample size, but still.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yes.
I can get it. So we both believe he'll be back. Looking at this past game, there's a couple pieces that we do need to be able to upgrade. I think Ioannidis we need to upgrade on that defensive
of
inside.
Course.
We also need to upgrade on the linebacker.
Luvu.
Yeah. He is a good player, but is he going to attain that long term? We don't know. Maybe. He's been doing it all year, so who knows? So there's 2 assets that we need to. Of course, we also got Josh Norman, who we signed to. Really, it was the practice squad,
but he's going to be elevated on game day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so he was there. Just one of those little, and you see if you follow the NFL on social media, old Panthers players are starting to come out. All right, I see you. Like Steve Smith, number 89.
Yeah.
He said, all right, if you go, Marco.
We can only dream, right?
That's exactly right. So where do you think they need to improve? Again, they're a 6-9 team vying for a playoff spot right now in the division championship. Where do you think they need to go in the offseason? I'm
going to go a little unorthodox. I'm going to say tight end. We absolutely need a tight end. Ian Thomas and Tommy Tremble, they're not getting it done. I feel like if we had a serviceable, reliable tight end, we'd probably be in a much better position right now because the quarterbacks, whether it be Darnold, Mayfield, Walker, could check it down to somebody who's reliable and, not be someone like Marshall or Moore who's more used to just getting out wide open. We need somebody that we can check it down to and who can serve as an extra blocker on the line. Like I said, Thomas and Tremble, they haven't worked out for us. Not the way they wanted to. So we need that. We also need to do something about that secondary because with J.C. Horn gone for who knows how long, maybe the rest of the year, the Panthers really have nobody back there. Keith Taylor has struggled. C.J. Henderson has struggled. Jeremy Chin has really struggled this year. And I'm starting to think we might have to move him back to the linebacker position because it seems like he does much better when he's actually putting pressure on the quarterbacks. The strongest link right now outside of Horn is Xavier Woods. And even then, that's not saying all that much. So I would really like for us to really upgrade that secondary. We bolster the offensive line. That's not a problem anymore. But we got to turn our attention to the other side of the ball and really reinforce what's a stellar defensive unit. Like give J.C. Horn some help back there, man.
So while you're talking, and I love the fact that you said tight end position because, yes, our 2 tight ends are terrible. Let's be honest. I don't know why they're still there. But I guess they're going through the motions as well. So I was looking up the free agent tight ends in 2023. Mike Krzyzewski from Miami. That's be a good check down.
Would be.
He can't block to save his life, but he can catch the football. He was the leading receiver part of the Miami team before McDaniels got there. And so they're not really using him much. So he's going to look. He's not going to resign there in Miami. Dalton Schultz, is another free agent. Evan Ingram, Austin Hooper, Robert Tunyon Jr., Aiden Hurst, and that's there's good old Dan Arnold.
We can always get him back, I suppose. Darnold really seemed to like him when he was there.
Oh yeah. Well, also Mercedes Lewis, the 50-year-old tight end, he's there.
I don't know if I want him or not.
No. But so the top, Krzyzewski, Schultz, Ingram, Hooper, Tunyon, and then you got Hurst.
Okay.
I like we can really spend some money on that tight end situation, especially if we keep Darnold If we can go ahead and shore up that, he's expecting in 2022, his AAV value right now is $10 million.
Okay, and I don't have the cap numbers in front of me right now, but where we look like in regards to the cap next year, because that's really going to determine what we can do in free agency. But I mean, while you're typing away, I mean, I particularly like Gesicki and Schultz. Because like you said, Gesicki was a leading receiver for the Dolphins, and Schultz, he's a reliable guy for Dak Prescott to throw to. I'd be happy with either of those guys coming here. I mean, Ingram, I mean, it seems like he's really forming a connection with Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, and I really don't think the Jaguars would want to get rid of him because of that, because Ingram was a big reason why they came back on the Cowboys a couple weeks ago. So I think they're going to try and retain him. I mean, Huber, that's okay. Hurst is okay. The point I'm trying to make is they're all better than what we got right now. Like Pro Football Focus's Giovanni Ricci is our highest grade tight end, and that's a problem, Trey. It can't be Ricci being the best one there.
You're exactly right. So looking up one thing, with all the situation going on, Christian McCaffrey, Robert Anderson gave them flexibility upon this year.
That's good.
But 28.07 million dead cap figure in 2023.
I'm guessing that's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Now, looking at it, Shaq Thompson, his cap number is 24 million. So
Which
he's going.
Yeah, he's going. That's one reason why I brought him up earlier, because I've heard them saying, well, he might be gone. And sure enough, it's good. It's a good business decision, of course, but that just means we need to find somebody to replace Shaq next year.
So if we release Shaq, we will save 13 million and 11 million in dead money.
Okay.
So that will sign a tight end.
It will.
I think we can get Mike Krzyzewski. I believe since he's had a down year this year in a fast-paced system, I do believe he's going to come back to earth. He'll take that $5-6 million range.
A prove it deal
would be, hey, let's give you a 3-year deal. Let's give you a 3-year deal at $5 million a year. Show what you can, and then we can give you an extension moving forward.
I like it.
He's another Greg Olsen, same kind of thing. But Greg Olsen was a great blocking tight end.
Oh, he was, yeah, and a great receiving tight end too.
So, but that's about it on the. So, really, the biggest thing is we're about 28 million that we need to figure out where to get rid of.
Gonna be some tough decisions to make, Trey, but we gotta make them to keep moving forward.
That's exactly right. Get on it. My name is Trey Stott. He is Brandon White. This is the Tailgate Sports Show. It's time for the prediction time. I love this part of because of this part of the show. We get where all my stuff is here. Of course, I lost it. But
I can tell you, I think it's the Cowboys and Titans that have the Thursday night game this week.
It'll be a good game. I got it right here. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Like you mentioned, 8:15 on Thursday. The Titans and the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a lock into the playoffs, so don't have to worry about that. But they are fighting for a division title. With Minshew looking to lead the rest of the way, at least until the playoffs. We don't know how Hurts is going to react moving forward. But Minshew is that guy in Philadelphia, which means the Cowboys have a great shot. Down 2 games. They have to win the 2 remaining games on their regular season. They face off against the Titans. Who do you got?
I think they'll get one of those wins on Thursday night because the Titans are in disarray, Trey. I mean, Tannehill's out for the year. Henry is not quite as explosive as he once was, and they got a lot of injuries too, on both sides of the ball. So, in the Cowboys, they seem like they found their groove again. I mean, the offense is fully healthy for the most part. They got some playmakers on defense. I think this is kind of going to be a bit of a no contest here, Trey. I'm going with the Cowboys.
I'm going with the Cowboys. I think they have a lot to prove. Pollard is also hurt. That's going to be a huge loss if he cannot play. The Titans, look, they can score some points. I like Willis. I think he's going to be okay.
But he needs another year.
Exactly. He needs a lot more years.
But
but there's going to be a lot of turmoil there in Titans situation. Yeah. They don't really know how to play the game of football right now. And that's bad to say. But let's be honest, that's what they are.
Oh, yeah.
So I do have the Cowboys winning this game as well. Next big matchup, 1 o'clock on Sunday, January 1st, the Dolphins and the Patriots on CBS. So this is going to be a good game.
It will be because Dolphins will not have Tua for that game. I mean, he has been ruled out yet, but he's not going to play. It's the 3rd concussion he's had this year, Trey. And we could talk all day about how the Dolphins have mismanaged this entire situation. And if they don't make the playoffs, consider it poetic justice for the incompetence we've seen on the Dolphins sideline this year, which is a shame because this has been a really good year for Tua. I think he's emerged as one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. And we clearly saw that when he did take that hit on Sunday against the Packers, light switch flipped. He went from being sharp to a turnover machine. And Teddy Bridgewater, I mean, he's the game manager, and I know you're not a Teddy Bridgewater fan. He's not Tua. And I think the Dolphins, I mean, he's got Tyreek Hill and Jayden Waddle to rely on. He can find them. They might be in good shape. But the Patriots, I mean, they're in their own messy situation too. I mean, offensively, they are inept. It's not Mac Jones' fault, but Mac Jones has regressed because of the decisions that are coming through his ears. Patricia, I really hope they find someone else besides Patricia and Judge to run that offense next year. I think it's going to come down to defense, and that's one area where the Patriots have been pretty good. So I'm going with the Patriots here, Trey. I don't think the Dolphins can keep up with Bridgewater under center.
I think Bridgewater's a terrible quarterback. But
well, we've seen way worse than Bridgewater.
He's real bad. I do like the Patriots as well. I don't think they're going to really do anything on offense moving forward if Tua misses a lot of time, which means the Patriots should win this game if they're not held back by their two defensive coordinators who
are offensive coordinators for some reason.
Makes zero sense. He's a bad coach anyway. He shouldn't be running an offensive game plan, especially when you have a quarterback in Mac who is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting how that works. But I do like the Patriots in this game due to the fact that I don't like Ted Bridgewater, and he won't be able to move the ball at all.
No.
Moving forward, this is a big game for the Commanders. Going against the Browns, 6-9. Deshaun Watson is improving day by day. I do like the Commanders in this ball game. They just this morning, Carson Wentz will take over as starting quarterback. We know what Tyler Heineke can do. He was part of Carolina for a couple of years. Went over when Ron Rivera got the job there, and the Commanders officially came back to earth a little bit, turning the ball a little too much. So Carson Wentz will take over. Does he have a shot against the Browns?
Well, I mean, talking about that game where Heineke was benched, I mean, he was going up against that 49ers defense, Trey. It's probably the best defense in the NFL right now. I personally would have waited another week to really bench Heineke because we know what he lacks in talent, he makes up for in determination. And his teammates really seem to like him. But objectively speaking, Wentz is probably the better quarterback between the two. I know Wentz has really regressed since that ACL injury in 2017. And we'll see how they react to it. I think it's gonna Washington's defense has been a strength of theirs, and they're getting Chase Young back now, who's close to full strength. They're fighting for a playoff spot. Then you got the Browns. They're out of playoff contention now, but they still have people who can get the job done on both sides of the ball. It's going to be a tough game, but I think the Commanders are going to get this one. It's going to come down to defense. So give me the Commanders over the Browns.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
All right.
I like the Commanders. I think Wentz is the better quarterback. He has to stay on the field.
He does.
He can't. And the problem is Commanders' offensive line is not very good.
No, it's not.
So they're going to have to figure that out. I do like what the Commanders can do with their, Gibson, with Robinson. There is some playmaker, McLaurin. There's some playmakers on the camp. Now, all they got to do is be able to keep the football. I think it hurts McLaurin that the Wentz is there because since he joined the program, McLaurin's number has been down. They went up with Tyler Heineke.
It's just amazing how quarterbacks just find those receivers they like.
Yep.
I mean, that's why DJ Moore has really been taken out of the game in recent weeks, but Darnold's finding them again.
Yep.
And he had a good game on Sunday.
Well, he also had 0 for 0 going into the second half, and he ended up with 83 yards.
Yes.
I mean, so there you go. That was just in the third quarter.
Yes, it was.
It's hard to believe. So I do like the Commanders. I don't think now there's really not much to play for whatsoever, really, as a organization. And the Browns, they got to take a step back, figure out what they want to do with the head coach. They want to figure out what they're going to do with the quarterback situation. You paid him a lot of money.
They're shackled to that Watson contract. They're stuck with him for at least 2 more years, I think.
So there is going to be some dumb team that's going to say, all right, if you pay half of the salary, we'll take them on. There's going to be a situation like that. Mark my words.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't spend $30 million on Jimmy G.
It'll be the Jets. So not going to name names or anything, but it will be the Jets. We have the Falcons or the Cardinals. Both teams are officially out of the playoff hunt. The Falcons are a better football team. We don't know what Ritter is going to do there. The quarterback situation, he's starting for the rest of the year. Cardinals. Murray's also out. I don't even know who the quarterback there in Cardinals.
McSorley was the quarterback on I think it was
against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, against Tampa Bay, and I mean he wasn't all that good.
Guy from Penn State, won 3 state championships in high school, but he's not a very good.
Yeah, he's just a kid from Briarwood wearing number 9.
That's exactly right. So I have the Falcons winning this game. mean, who cares? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's a meaningless game at this point in the season. But I'm going to go with you, Trey. I think the Falcons are going to get this one because they are the better team. And Ritter, he hasn't been terrible. He's done what he's supposed to do. The results haven't really been there yet, unfortunately. But, I mean, it's how rookie quarterbacks go. So for some, it takes longer than others. I mean, we're seeing Kenny Pickett starting to come into his own, even though it's been a struggle for the Steelers this year, who are close to playoff contention. But we'll get to them in a minute. The Falcons, they have people who can get the job done. I mean, Drake London, I think he and Ritter are going to mesh over time. London's got that potential to be number one guy in the NFL. The Falcons, their O-line's actually pretty darn good. They've got some all-pro guys on there. And that's why I think for next year, the Falcons are a team to really keep an eye on, because if they can figure out how to close out games, we're going to be chasing them for the division next year. So watch them, watch this weekend, see how they do. I know they don't have Kyle Pitts, but they're going to beat the Cardinals soundly.
I think it's going to be an easy game. Also, the Falcons there. Texans and the Jaguars. Look, Texans are a good football team. They're 2-12-1 on the regular season, facing off against the Jaguars team, who is fighting for a playoff game. I like the Jaguars, but I will not put off what the Texans are doing.
Well, they're really good at punching above their weight right now. I mean, they finally got the job done against the Titans last Saturday, and that essentially gave the Jaguars the division lead at the moment. But the Jaguars, they're firing on all cylinders right now. Lawrence, he looks like the quarterback they drafted. And he's got people to throw to. The defense is doing a serviceable job. And the Texans are going to put up a fight on Sunday, I think. But the Jaguars, they're going to get the win on Sunday. And they're going to go into Week 18 with a heavyweight match against the Tennessee Titans for the division. It wouldn't be quite a story if the Jacksonville Jaguars ended up making the playoffs, Trey.
I love it. Look, I love it. I was a big hater, should you say, on Trevor Lawrence. I didn't think the mindset and the work ethic really bode for him to be the number one overall. All the talent in the world, but he's proven me wrong.
He is.
Every single game. I love Travis Etienne. They're rock and rolling, running back there for the Jaguars. They've got some playmakers, like you mentioned. I do think the Jaguars will win this game, but I'm only talking 10 points.
It'll be close.
Texas is a good defensive team. They're a good football team.
They keep doing what they're doing, they'll have a chance on Sunday.
That's right. All right, we have the Giants and the Colts. The Giants are still in that playoff hunt. The Colts are officially out of the playoff hunt. 1 p.m. at CBS. The Giants are favored to win in 8-6-1 for the Giants. Who you got?
Well, Brian Daboll's going to do the impossible. He's going to get the Giants to the playoffs, and they're going to clinch that spot with a win against the Colts on Sunday. Colts are a mess, Trey. Yeah. You saw it on Monday night. They're Jeff Saturday. He's not in a really good situation over there. Everything's collapsing in on the Colts team right now. They have a lot of work to do over this offseason, and it's not going to get much better for them. I think that 33-0 comeback the Vikings had on took away whatever spirit that team had left. So the Giants are going to come in, they're going to do what they're supposed to do, and they're going to punch their ticket to the playoffs on Sunday. So give me the Giants.
I don't know why. I know why, because they can't get them. So they have to get a 25 age quarterback, because they keep getting this 50-year-olds that can't stop playing for some reason.
Yeah.
And I can't figure that why they continue to go after the 1-2 year quarterbacks that are over the edge. They have to be able to figure that out. And that's it's a good thing, I think, that the Colts are 4-10-1. They're going to get a top 5 pick in the upcoming draft, which allow them to draft a quarterback. There's Stroud. I mean, there's, quarterback from Alabama. Got to do something.
Yeah, going to have to be careful. Will Levis is expected to go pretty high, but, seeing some tape on him, I have some concerns about Will Levis. But once we get into the offseason, we'll talk about quarterbacks, like who the Panthers should probably draft. And obviously, it's going to depend on who is our coach in 2023. But, if the Colts are going to have to be very careful with who they choose, because otherwise they're going to be in the exact same cycle all over again. Of course,
they got to figure it out.
It's all karma for what happened with Andrew Luck and how they mismanaged that team while he was there. They broke Andrew Luck.
Oh, absolutely. And people thought he might be coming back at least last year, but that's out of the way. He's fishing. He's having a good time with his kid. He's loving life and not being injured for sure. Which I don't understand how a quarterback can be so injured when you have an NFL team that can pay people to protect you. Makes no sense to me. But
that's important.
We've seen offensive line be pretty bad there in Carolina. So
thankfully, that's not an issue for us. All 5 of those guys are solid. knock on wood here, none of them have suffered a major injury yet. Let's try and keep it that way.
Isn't it crazy to think that one draft pick can change the way that you look? You really are talking about the offensive line there in Carolina, can change the way that you look at just an NFL team.
Mhm.
One pick.
Yeah.
Man from NC State.
That's
Hard to
all it
believe.
takes, Trey.
Man, had to come from the Wolfpacks.
Yeah. And then, of course, we brought in Bozeman and Corbett over the offseason. They've been pretty good at their jobs, too.
I love me some Bozeman.
Yeah. Big props to the front office for actually fixing that problem this year.
It's there. So we're good for many years.
Yeah.
There. Like you said.
Yeah, just build the depth and we'll be
injuries.
fine.
Yep. All right. This is, I guess, if you haven't heard, breaking news. Hackett has been fired as the Denver Broncos head coach. That is 4-11 too soon or too late.
Mhm.
There's a lot to be fixed. So much to be fixed there in Denver.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's roll. That's right. And so it's so bad. But this is the first game without Hackett. That is why this is going to be a little stretch here. I do have the Broncos winning this game. And the reason why, because the Chiefs really don't have anything to play for. They've already shored up their playoff. I don't think Mahomes is going to sit. There's 12-3. But I don't think they need to win this game. Broncos do. Not saying they're already out of the playoffs, but I think as a moral win, I do think the Broncos need to win this football game. That's why I believe they are excited Hackett is gone. I think they're going to play much better, and I do have the Broncos winning this football game.
I think that's an interesting pick because the Broncos almost beat the Chiefs with Hackett earlier this year. I mean, that was probably the best game they'd put together all season long, second half anyway, because the Chiefs just ran over them in the first. I do think that I'm not going to go with the Broncos here because I think they're going to have to work some things out. But I do think it's going to be a good game, just like the last meeting between these two teams were. Like, it's going to be more competitive through all four quarters. I still think the Chiefs take this one. They're still the better team in my eyes. And even if Mahomes isn't full strength, I mean, the system Andy Reid's got there, it's going to be enough to keep the offense functioning on all cylinders. Give me the Chiefs on this one, but it'll be close, I think.
I just want the Broncos to win for a moral aspect of it because, again, Chiefs do not have to win.
Yeah.
The Broncos do.
I'm still trying to figure out how they won 4 games with Hackett this year. Like, how did that happen?
So bad. He should have. Never mind. That's another conversation. We have the Buccaneers and the Panthers. This is for the division title.
Yes.
This year from the NFC South. 6-9 versus 7-8. What are we thinking?
Well, this is going to be one heck of a game, I think. I'm amazed it didn't get flexed to the Sunday night game because there's so much on the line here. Maybe it's because the NBC didn't want the NFC South being the primetime game, but that's a whole nother discussion. Bottom line is, we know these teams had their strengths and they had their weaknesses, and both have been on display plenty of times this year. The Bucs, the offense functions whenever the heck it wants to. We've seen Brady look like his vintage self, but we also seen Brady look like he's past his prime. The defense has given up big plays this year, but they still have guys who can get the job done. Levante David, Antoine Winfield, so on and so forth. They're like us in a lot of ways, really. The offense, sometimes it shuts down when it really shouldn't, particularly the run game. And we also have playmakers on defense, but we're vulnerable back there, particularly with J.C. Horn more than likely not suiting up on Sunday. I mean, that's the whole reason why they brought Josh Norman in, because they knew he was going to be out for a bit. So, but as I've said before, Trey, if we can get the run game going, there's a very good chance we're going to win. And the Bucs, they didn't do a good job stopping the run last time around, but they're going to be ready for us, especially at home and with a division on the line. But still, I like Deontay Foreman. I've been hard on Chuba Hubbard in the past, but he's really broken out and really formed a good 1-2 punch for me. Kind of reminds me of the days of Jonathan Stewart, D'Angelo Williams. It's going to be a grind, but I think the Panthers can get it done. Objectively speaking, I'm taking Carolina Panthers here.
There you go. Last time these two teams faced, it was 21-3 Carolina. Tampa Bay had nothing going for. P.J. Walker was the starting quarterback. He went 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, QBR rating of 134.9.
He looked like an elite quarterback.
That's what led him to start the next couple games. Foreman had 118 rushing yards. Was this his first game?
Well, the Panthers been working him in. Like, he got some runs in the Rams game, but because McCaffrey was still there, he couldn't do much.
Yeah,
so
let me re-ask that question. This is the first game him being the head dog?
Yes, it was.
There you go. So 118 his first game against Tampa Bay. I don't think seeing that being it's going to change
going into this game against Tampa Bay. Yes, we're at Tampa. Chuba Hubbard, who is he's healthy now. He has 63 yards as well with a rushing touchdown. So we got a better quarterback situation. Sam Darnold is not turning the ball over. Our running attack is much better. Tampa Bay can't get out of their own way when it comes to running. White and Leonard, they're average.
Yeah, not getting the job done.
No. And so Brady has to do it himself, which means Mike Evans is having an extremely down year. He can go from having a 100-yard game to a five-yard game. And that's not, and me being dramatic, that's exactly where it's been all season. If in fantasy, if you're a fantasy guy whatsoever, he had 5.9 yards or 5.9
not good
points this past week.
Not
if
good.
Any of my other people would have done any better, I would have won that game. Anyway.
And the worst part is he's going to have Josh Norman in his face on Sunday, too.
Exactly.
Just like old times, Mike.
Some junk. And I love it. Absolutely love it. So I will pick the Carolina Panthers. That's because that's the fanboy in me saying, hey, we need to win this game.
Yes.
Carolina Panthers are a better football team than Tampa Bay right now.
I would say so.
Better running attack, better wide receivers, better quarterback play. That's a big step to take.
It is.
Going against Tampa Bay here.
It is. And if you guys are listening, don't let us down, boys. We're pulling for you.
There you go. All right, so get down to my sheet here. We have next is the Bears and the Lions.
Okay. That's gonna be an interesting one there. And they had a pretty good game earlier this year. I think it's going to be something similar. I know the Bears are kind of shutting things down a little bit, like some guys are going on IR. But Justin Fields is out there, and I think he is going to be one of the brightest young stars in the NFL for the foreseeable future, especially when they give him some help, which I would hope the Bears are going to do this year. But the Lions, bad loss to the Panthers last week, but Dan Campbell still got those guys firing on cylinders, ready for January football. They're going to bounce back from this, and once the Panthers went into soft coverage, like Jared Goff went back to how he was supposed to look, they're going to get it figured out. So I'm going to take the Lions here. They're going to get one step closer to clinching a playoff berth.
I'm going to go with the Bears here.
Okay.
And the reason why, because the Carolina Panthers showed what's wrong with the Lions. They cannot stop the run. Okay? Clearly. Because we had 230 in the first half. Finished with 356 on the day there for Carolina. They have a good running back in Montgomery. Fields is a running quarterback.
Yes.
I think Fields is going to have a field day against this defense. The defense that has been good, but if you go back and watch the tape of the Carolina Panthers and Detroit Lions just a week ago, you're going to be able to find some big holes that Montgomery and Fields is going to really take advantage of. I'm going to go with the Bears here.
Yeah.
I don't like the Bears. I don't like Fields. I think he's not a very good quarterback. That's just me. But I think he's going to have a field day.
Yeah. But we're both Dan Campbell fans here. Yep. I think he's going to mitigate the situation as best he can. They're going to stop the run more frequently on Sunday. So that's why I'm going with the Lions here. I think they get it figured out, and they don't stop Fields, but they contain him just enough to get the win.
There you go. But I Bears, you have the Lions. It's going to be a good game. I think that's going to be a good game. But I think that field day is going to come in full force against this line, just like it happened this past week for the Carolina Panthers. The Saints and the Eagles. The Saints must win this game against a really good Eagles team. Now, talked a little bit before. Minshew is starting this game. He looked really good.
He did.
Let's be honest. He did not lose this game.
He did.
But I think the Saints, they have to win. And I think they have to do more. It's more, if they win this game, it means more to them than it does Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I have the Saints winning this game.
Because then they would go into the Superdome next weekend with the NFC South on the line, essentially. I don't know what the tiebreaker situation looks like, but that would have to be for the NFC South. I don't think it's going to happen, though, because the Eagles, they still look pretty darn good with Gardner Minshew out there. Like you said, he did not lose that game for him. He made plays that he was supposed to. The Cowboys just played just a little bit better, and they came up with two very crucial turnovers that turned the tide of that game. It's going to be different this time. The Saints defense is not quite as tough as the Cowboys, and the offense isn't quite as efficient as the Cowboys. The Eagles are still firing on all cylinders. I know Lane Johnson, one of their best offensive linemen. He's down with I think it's like it's a pec injury of some kind. I don't remember specifically what it was. So obviously that's a big loss on the offensive line. They still got a whole bunch of good guys on that line. and Minshew's got guys to throw to. Plus the defense, we don't talk enough about that Eagles defense. They make plays too. And they're gonna cause a bunch of problems for Andy Dalton and what's left of that Saints offense on Sunday. So the Saints playoff hopes ends this weekend. I'm going with the Eagles.
Again, the Eagles are a better team, but I think the Saints. I would just love come down to the final game of the regular season between Carolina and New Orleans
in the Superdome.
That's fantastic to me.
Well, I mean, selfishly, I would love that. I just personally don't think it's going to happen because the Saints are probably going to be outmatched by the Eagles. But hey, we'll see.
Exactly.
Maybe they'll pull something off.
I think they will be outmatched. But again, I would just love. As a fan of the NFL and football, I want the Saints to win this game just for the fact that I want to see all the marbles on one final game.
And also because I know a bunch of Saints fans and they annoy me about the Panthers' history. So I would love nothing more than just to rub it in their face.
There you go. We have the 49ers, the Raiders. I think the 49ers just better, much better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we can talk about how they haven't missed a beat with all the injuries they've had. I mean, no Jimmy G, no Deebo Samuel. They're going to be getting Elijah Mitchell back here soon. Like, he's going to be the last player they're able to take off injury reserve. And they never placed Jimmy G or Deebo on injury reserve either. So they can bring them back whenever they want.
That's how a championship team does right there.
Exactly. I mean, big props to Kyle Shanahan. I know he hasn't gotten his Super Bowl ring yet, but he knows how to build a roster and he knows how to make it function too. I mean, their Niners offense is almost unstoppable. Really, it is. And bringing in Christian McCaffrey was the jolt they needed to actually start winning games and putting it all together. They've not lost since he's arrived.
It's been 8 games now.
Yeah, it's been 8 games, and they have not lost a single one with McCaffrey in a 49ers uniform. And yes, that's going to continue on Sunday. I do not see that Raiders team being the 49ers and with Brock Purdy under center as a quarterback. I mean, I like what he's doing right now. Yep. Is he the greatest quarterback in the NFL? Absolutely not. But it's fun watching a Mr. Irrelevant actually do something in the NFL. So I'm pulling for him. I want to see what if he can keep this tide going, and if Jimmy G is healthy enough to come back, do they go back with Jimmy G or do they go with old Brock Moxie here?
Look, Purdy's averaging 250 yards per game in the air.
Yes.
He's averaging 2 touchdowns and he's averaging an interception. So he has that going for him. And the fact that they were 2-4, went to go get Christian McCaffrey, and now 11-4, won 8 in a row. That's remarkable.
It is, yeah.
That's remarkable. And so I think the 49ers, they have a lot to prove. They say, hey, this is a 4 or 5 game. It's us or the Seahawks and the Jets. They're going to watch us instead of the Jets game. So
yeah,
this is going to be a lot of eyes on this team. So I think the 49ers are going to have a field day.
I think so too.
They're going to have a field day. I like the 49ers here. The Raiders, they have to figure out. I do think that I love Carr. He is to me, he's a great quarterback.
Who's been held back by McDaniels this year.
Which is hard to believe.
Yeah.
And so I think they're going to trade him at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because for a needy team. But I like the 49ers here. The Raiders got to figure something. I don't like McDaniels as a head coach. I don't like him. I didn't think he deserved the job because of what he did in the past. There's a lot of new offensive coordinators like Bellamy.
And Steichen, I think I don't know if it's saying right now, but he's the Eagles' offensive coordinator. I mean, he's gonna be a head coach candidate. D'Amico Ryans, 49ers defensive coordinator. A lot of good candidates out there. Maybe one will be with the Panthers next year. We don't know.
No, go get Wilkes.
Well, I mean, I want Wilkes.
I love his moxie.
I do too.
I love it.
Yeah,
and the players love him.
Yeah,
so.
You hear that, Tepper? Let's keep Wilkes around, please.
But you still got the Rudy rule. You still have to go. You have to interview 2 other coaches. So before you hire them.
Yeah, one has to be of color or minority.
Yeah. So, but I do think the Wilkes, he is on board to get another 3 to 5 years. Tipper likes to do them long-term deals.
I hope so.
It's coming. So I have the 49ers win. I think the Raiders, they have a lot of holes they got to fill out. Their first-round picks last couple of years have been atrocious. I don't even think one is still remaining on the roster.
No.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Now, they're good at like 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds.
Oh, yeah.
Max Crosby, he's a tremendous. He's
one of the best in the NFL.
Who got him in the 2nd round. So there's a lot to look forward to later in the rounds. They got to figure out what to do during the first round.
Don't reach.
No. Why? Why are you reaching for it? It happens every year. Jets and the Seahawks. Next 405 matchup on Fox. The Jets are favored. White is back for this
Mhm.
game, so they got a better shot. The Seahawks are officially, I believe they're officially eliminated.
No,
Are
not
they still
yet.
in the
They're
hunt?
7-8. They have a
Okay.
chance. By the way, fun fact: my dad's name is Mike White, so I like to let him know how Mike White does on Sundays whenever he's under center. He was really happy
How'd you
when
do that?
he was really happy when Mike White balled out against the Bears a few weeks ago. Obviously, it was a bummer to see him get hurt in the Bills game, but we both know he's better than Zach Wilson. I mean, Wilson's going to be gone at the end of this year. I don't buy a word of what Robert Saleh said. Wilson is not going to be a New York Jet in 2023. And clearly, looking at some old tape of Zach Wilson, the warning signs were kind of there, but they reached on him. So it is what it is, unfortunately. But I mean, the Jets still have a pretty good defense. And I think that's going to make it very, very interesting because the Seahawks have kind of floundered on offense in recent weeks. So honestly, Trey, I think the Jets going to get this one. But I mean, we talk about Geno Smith. Geno's had a fantastic year, bounce back year. But even then, we're still kind of seeing that the Seahawks still do have a lot of shortcomings in a whole bunch of different ways. I would love to see Geno get in the playoffs, but the Jets defense is going to be tough for him, so I'm going with the Jets.
I'm going with the Jets as well. The Seahawks haven't been playing really good football. Geno Smith he somehow got his life back on track this year against four Seahawks.
And it's a great story.
Yeah. But long term, they got to do something different.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he'll be able to do that year after year after year. Got to have somebody waiting in the rings when that starts to happen.
And he's been around for, I think, a decade now in the NFL at least. So he's going to be close to past his prime here. So I do understand that. They're going to have to look elsewhere for a quarterback here soon.
I like the Jets in this game as well. I don't think the offense is going to do much, but the Jets defense will turn the ball over against the Seahawks. It's going to be. I like that game. The Rams and the Chargers. Look, Baker Mayfield. Where did this come from?
I have no idea.
Destroyed Denver.
One of the best defenses in the NFL too.
I mean, what happened?
I mean, this is a Rams team that did not have Matthew Stafford, did not have Cooper Kupp, no Allen Robinson, no Aaron Donald on defense, and they embarrassed the Broncos, a team that was at least supposed to hold the fort down on defense. I mean, what this shows me is that if the Rams do decide to rebuild next year, and there's a very good chance they're going to do that, they've got people there who can get the job done. I mean, maybe Matthew Stafford's going to be back under center, but Baker Mayfield's shown up that I think, hey, maybe we keep him around.
Yeah.
So that's why I think a couple weeks ago, this would have been an easy game to call. Chargers were going to win this one. Now I'm not so sure because I think it's more evenly matched. I mean, we talk about Brandon Staley. I mean, obviously he's not going anywhere over the offseason because he got the Chargers back into the playoffs. And they've been banged up this year. So obviously can't blame Staley for it all. Obviously better coaches out there, but still, they got the job done. They're going to play in the postseason with Justin Herbert as their quarterback. It's going to be a tough one, Trey. I'm going Rams here because the Chargers do have some weaknesses that I think can be exploited, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. And the offense doesn't quite function the way it's supposed to at times as well. And I think that comes down to play calling. Sean McVay, still one of the brightest minds in the NFL. I'd love to see him stick around for another year. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. I mean, I understand that people have approached him about being a commentator next year.
He's already got a job.
Oh, he's going to be great at that.
When you're good looking, you can talk and you can talk about football. I mean, you're primed.
Yeah, we got to get you in front of the screen then, Trey.
But you are primed for TV. I mean, he's going to be a great TV analyst.
Yeah.
And he'll be another Tony Romo, but he might beat Tony Romo. That's
he might be, yeah.
And I think he's one of the best. Tony Romo, he's fantastic.
He is.
But when you look that good and you kind of, aside, he is a man crush kind of situation there.
Yeah. So it's getting hot in here.
You're right. That's right. But I do like the Rams in this game. I think Baker Mayfield is playing really good football.
He is.
This is coming from a guy that threw him out in the trash in Carolina because he was atrocious.
Still trying to figure out what we're on there and why he's thriving in Rams, but clearly his NFL story's not over yet.
Nope.
And depending on where he is next year, whether it be with the Rams or somebody else, I hope he thrives. And he's going to get another win on Sunday. So I'm going Rams too.
I like the Rams. I do think he'll stay in LA because why not? One, it's LA.
Yeah.
But two, you finally found a team that fits the way that you play football.
Mm-hmm.
And if McVay does come back, which I don't think he will, the Rams have something to build off, which means if McVay leaves, Stafford's not coming back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why does Stafford got to come back anyway?
Mhm.
Go be with your 100 kids that you have. Have
Yeah.
fun. Go
Yeah.
fishing. Go to the park and live life. You don't have to come back. You already won your Super Bowl. You've been there for, 15 years in the NFL.
Mhm.
Move on.
Of course.
Baker Mayfield has a chance to win this starting role next year as well. It's going to be interesting.
But then again, if McVay's not coach, could be a whole different team and a whole different system.
Yep.
So Mayfield might run into those same problems he encountered in Carolina. So we'll see.
We'll see. The Vikings and the Packers. I love this game. This is going to be the best game of the week. The Vikings and the Packers. Packers are playing really good football.
Took them long enough, but they finally look like the Packers team we're used to. I tell you what, they're calling these like the cardiac Vikes or something like that, or I don't know. That needs more time to work on. But they give their fans plenty of heart attacks this year. They had another one to deal with this past weekend. It came down to Greg Joseph kicking a 61-yard field goal for the win. And it kind of reminds you of the days of the cardiac cats where we eke out all those close victories on our way to a Super Bowl in 2003. This is going to be a very good one. It's really hard to call because the Packers team that showed up against the Vikings in week 1, much different team this time around. Rodgers has found a number 1 in Christian Watson, and it appears that Watson avoided serious injury in the Dolphins game, so he may be back for that. But if he doesn't, he can throw it to Randall Cobb or Alan Lazard. And the run game's still pretty good too. Plus, the defense came up big with some key takeaways on Sunday as well. So the Packers are rounding into form. And the Vikings, they're still pretty good too. And they got a coach that the players believe in Kevin O'Connell. So honestly, this is a coin flip. And in my head, I'm going Vikings. I think they're going to pull this off. And if the Packers lose, they're out of playoff contention, aren't they?
Yep. If they lose, they have to win their remaining 2 games to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That is why I believe the Packers will win this game. I think there's been a lot of high there in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, high for the last couple, 3 weeks in a row.
Uh-huh.
There's not many times you could do that 4 consecutive weeks in a row. I love Kirk Cousins. I love Jefferson. I think the best duo in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much high. Eventually, it's going to come down to earth. I like the Packers this game because I love what Rodgers is doing. I love what the running game and Dillon and Jones are doing. Watson has been a huge pickup for my fantasy team. Let's be honest there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think something has finally clicked. They found something. I like the Packers here over the Vikings just for the fact that it's hard to keep going and going and going. Eventually, it's going to come back down to earth. That's what's going to happen this week at 4:25. Green Bay is favored to win this game.
Well, you and I agree on one thing. It's going to be a heck of a game.
It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait.
Same here.
The Ravens and the Steelers. Lamar Jackson is back.
All righty.
8:20 p.m. NBC. Baltimore is favored over the Steelers. If the Steelers win this week, their head coach there, Mike Tomlin, keeps his 10-year reign of non-losing seasons.
Well, not necessarily because week 18, we have that now. They could still go 8-9. And with Lamar Jackson being back, I think this gets a lot easier to pick because the Ravens offense is much different when Lamar's under there. It's been stagnant at times, but he can still move the ball down the field and get the job done. So I'm taking Ravens here. They're gonna break Tomlin's winning season streak here.
I like the Ravens as well. I don't know. Lamar Jackson will be on a different team next year. I don't think the Ravens, because they've proved they don't need him to win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Huntley is playing. He's 4th in alternate for the Pro Bowl.
Which I have no idea how that happened, honestly.
Fan base.
He's essentially diet Lamar Jackson, if we're being honest. Or Lamar Jackson Zero, maybe.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I mean, Coke Zero tastes better than Diet Coke anyway. I know you get your Diet Coke over there.
I love my Coke Zero.
That's a personal opinion.
They didn't have this at the store when I picked it up, so there you go.
I honestly cannot stand the taste of Diet Coke. I don't know what they put in that stuff. I can drink a Diet Pepsi. I can't drink a Diet Coke.
Yeah, well, I love my Coke Zero just to have it at the store when I picked it up.
There you go.
But look, I do think when Lamar Jackson next year, I was talking to my wife's husband, Marcus, and he is a.
Wait, your wife's husband?
I mean, my wife. Yeah, my wife's
well, what's going on over there, Trey?
My sister's husband, and he is a big Jets fan, right? And I said, look, there's Lamar Jackson is a free agent after this year. I firmly believe that Lamar Jackson will be a Jet next year.
That would be
firmly believe it.
Well, that'd be a game changer. Put him with that stellar Jets defense. Jets go to a Super Bowl contender easily.
Exactly. So I have the Ravens winning this game because Lamar. I just don't think Lamar. He's kind of starting to now has to prove to everybody that he can stay healthy. You got 2 more games to do it. 10-5. They made the playoffs. So that's fine. He's going to be able to make it into the playoffs. I do have the Ravens winning this game because I don't think the Steelers are going to be able to do enough against this defense, who has been really, really good all year. So it's going to be interesting here. Last one, real quick. The Bills and the Bengals. Monday night, we have officially a good game on a Monday night.
I'll say, yeah.
It's about freaking time.
They saved the best for last, didn't they? I mean,
Bills and the Bengals for literally all the moments. So exciting.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one because 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, 2 of them, 2 relatively solid defenses as well. It's going to be very challenging for both quarterbacks. I mean, Josh Allen, he got out of whatever funk he was in the middle of the season. He's returned to his elite form. And Joe Burrow, slow start to the year, but he looks like the quarterback we saw in 2021. Another coin toss game, honestly. But frankly, I think momentum is favoring the Bengals just a little bit here. I don't know. I can't, pinpoint an exact reason why, because these 2 teams are relatively evenly matched on paper. I just think the Bills defense has a few more holes in it that can be exploited, especially since Von Miller and Micah Hyde aren't coming back this year. Those are 2 vital pieces. And I think those holes are going to make the difference. Give me the Bengals by a field goal.
I like the Bengals. I love Joe Burrow. I believe people realize that now. I love me some Joe Burrow. This also fights for the number 1 seed in the AFC playoff picture, which means you get a bye and you get a home field advantage throughout. Which you have the Bills 12-3, the Bengals 11-4, and the Chiefs sitting at 12-3. So if the Chiefs lose, then there you go. The Jaguars, they're 7-8. They're going to win that division. 11-4 against the 12-3 team. I like the Bengals. I think they're going to win this game and have the number 1 overall seeding.
But the Chiefs have lost both to the Bills and the Bengals this year. So whoever it comes down to, they have a tiebreaker over them.
That's true. So that's even better.
Yeah. So this is for all the marbles, just about.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I had the Bengals winning just because I love me some Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Bills are escaping by on a lot of their wins lately. We're talking about 10 points or less. That just means the defense is playing really good football there for the Bills. I think the offense.
Yeah.
You're talking about T. Higgins. You're talking about Chase is back fully healthy.
Tyler Boyd.
Mixon, Tyler Boyd. It's
Samaje Perine actually emerged when Mixon's been out.
It's a beautiful.
They got a lot of people to work with, Trey.
It's a beautiful thing. I had the Bengals win this game. 1 hour exactly, my friend.
How about that?
I love it. Yeah. Again, my name is Trey Schnott. He is Brandon White. Joins me every single Wednesday here on Next Door Radio, nextdoorradio.com, Next Door Radio app, my friend. God bless you, brother. Hey, safe travels. Have fun. It's great to see you.
You too, Trey.
Until next time, God bless. We'll see you later. Radio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Nextdoor Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Nextdoor with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s,